everyone, and welcome back to the Lazy Sunday podcast. I'm Henry, and I'm here with my co-host Malcor, and today we're going to be talking all things of everything. You know, we're just going to dive into anything, just whatever comes up. It's season 2 of the Lazy Sunday podcast. We had a good run season 1, but we're back today, and Malcor, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Pretty good. So let's dive into our first topic. I say, what do you want to talk about here first?
I mean, Pokemon cards have kind of been a big thing lately.
They really have. You know, a few YouTubers kind of brought them back. I mean, they're definitely the Pokemon card YouTubers, like Unlisted Leaf, like, who always have been making Pokemon card videos. And now they've just kind of grown out of nowhere from nothing. I mean, what do you think about them?
I think Pokemon cards are, I don't know, they're just kind of like fad right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a fad. It's like Fall Guys. Like, the thing is with Pokemon cards, a lot of the people who have started collecting them now don't know how to play the game. Have never played Pokemon in their life. Don't know the Pokemon on them. But I mean, I'm guessing Pokemon companies loving it. You know, they're getting all the hype right now for Pokemon cards, and there's also like people trying to get all the rare old ones and spending thousands and thousands of dollars on it. What do you think about that?
They'll really do anything for that shiny Charizard first edition.
They really will. People are out here spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on Pokemon card boxes and just different sets from like cards from the 90s and stuff to just have them. I was over on a bike ride and I went to this card shop called Sports Cards. Shout out Sports Cards. And on the front glass case, this was yesterday, I think. Yeah, it was yesterday. They had a Charizard, like an old Charizard that was $1,100. I'm like, how someone's gonna go and buy that card for $1,100? That's just,
I mean,
it's crazy to me.
Yeah, like you got people like Logan Paul. I feel like he was kind of a big part in bringing him back.
I feel like, yeah, he definitely did bring it back because he has a big following right now, and for him to get into Pokemon cards all of a sudden, which is not kind of his forte, really brought a lot of people who aren't into it into Pokemon cards, which was kind of crazy, but it was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Pokemon cards are like the new like Jordans or something. Like everyone wants them.
That's true. Like, they used to be something like Pokemon cards, you know, it's the nerds on the playground playing Pokemon cards, and now it's the norm. Everyone wants Pokemon cards. Everyone's buying packs. When I went to that card shop the first day it was opening, all these kids in there, it wasn't the first day, it was probably like the first week it was opening, all these kids in there just buying boxes and boxes of Pokemon cards, and I was like, wow, that's crazy that a year ago they would think, Pokemon cards, that's lame, and now it's the coolest thing. It's crazy how things just change all of a sudden.
Yeah, honestly, I think the Pokemon market, give it 6 months and it will be down again.
It fizzles out. That's the thing. So many things like a bunch of games have been doing that. Fall Guys, if you remember, in August, most popular game ever, September, gets popular. Then Among Us comes out, and now that's popular. And Among Us is dying out, and then something else might become popular. Remember that, like, I think it was, like, last year when Minecraft just had, like, 6 months of, like, craziness and everyone was playing Minecraft?
Minecraft exploded?
Yeah, like...
Yeah, I remember that. Like, I remember PewDiePie, like, Minecraft, and it was getting, like, 20 million views a video.
Yeah, Minecraft just went crazy out of nowhere last year, and coming from Fortnite, and Fortnite was super popular for a while, and... like, it's just crazy how things can change so quickly from being popular then to no one not playing it at all or no one knowing it. So, one crazy thing is Among Us came out 2 years ago, and it just blew up now.
Yeah, it like just blew up.
Like a month or 2 months ago, it just blew up, and it's been out for 2 years. I was watching this video on like the beta of Among Us, like 2 years ago Among Us versus now, and it was not that different. Like, I'm surprised. I mean, you could say I'm surprised it didn't blow up earlier, but it's a luck base, I feel like sometimes. It's just who finds it.
Yeah, it's really like yeah, it's like there's so many games that are like that. It's just like streamers need something else to stream.
You get
like
sick.
variety streamers, and then they just like kind of scroll through Steam or whatever and find it.
Yeah, you could get like sick of one game, trying to find another. Like that's kind of like when Club Penguin came back for like a single day. All the streamers played it, and then they just didn't play it anymore. Did you ever play Club Penguin when you were younger?
Well, I do remember watching Disney commercials and
Disney
seeing
bought it
Club
out.
Penguin.
I remember when Disney bought it out, and they added some cool stuff to the game. I remember.
I've seen YouTubers talking about like, oh man, I'd get back home from like 4th grade. Me and the boys would play Club Penguin and trying to flip the iceberg or something. But I never really had that experience.
See, I was more of a Webkins kid growing up. Shout out to all the Webkins kids, but my older brother, was really into Club Penguin, so he would play it after school. There's like this dojo with the fire and ice, and you had to build up your ranking, and I would always watch him. And I also had the Wii Club Penguin game, and that was pretty crazy too.
I
But
feel like my generation, we're kind of remembered as like the Roblox.
the Roblox kids,
Like every kid would play like Murder Mystery 2 on Roblox, and
a
then
little
there's,
like
all the Roblox
obbies,
YouTubers.
the parkour obbies.
The parkour obbies. I remember the Captain Underpants obby when it first
I
came out.
remember
and
that.
like,
I think
oh
I
my
played it
gosh.
with you.
It was like I'm like, that's a beautiful game, and then I got Roblox after that, and I don't know, it's just kind of sitting on my Xbox.
Same.
Play
Roblox is
it
sitting on my
occasionally
Xbox.
with friends.
See, I remember, I was like, I guess when Roblox came out, I didn't play it, but I started playing it like when I first got my Xbox. I had like 2 games, and so I was like, oh, I want more games. So I just started downloading free ones, right? And that's how I got Roblox. And I just remember there's a wide selection of stuff on Roblox. Like, it's kind of low quality, but there's so much stuff to do, which kind of makes up for it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not dissing Amazon Prime or anything, but Amazon Prime and Roblox, there's some gems in there, but then there's just so much just trash mixed in with it, like
Yeah, that
copied stuff and like buggy games.
like Prime Video is what you're saying?
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. Prime Video is the Roblox of streaming services. Prime
It is.
Video just so you get excited because it's free if you have Amazon Prime, and a lot of people do have Amazon Prime, so they're like, oh, just a free streaming service.
And then you see the streaming library, and you're like, oh, that's why it's free. You know, like
so
you
like
have to
first of all, half the
buy
stuff you have to buy.
extras to get to watch anything decent.
I think there's about 1 or 2 things that I would actually willingly go on there and watch. I remember when I got sick like 2 years ago in San Francisco, I watched a lot of Amazing Race, which was free on there, but there's not much else. There's just the category is small for free stuff, and it's a lot of unknown movies and TV shows.
Honestly, it's like it's like
It is the dad of
it's like
streaming
a,
services.
no, I'm trying to like compare it to Hulu, because Hulu's a lot like it, except Hulu has a lot more quality.
That is definitely true.
It's like it is a downgraded version of Hulu.
Yes, exactly. Hulu, you have to pay for, I guess, no ads and stuff, but at least you get a lot of the streaming titles for free, and there is a lot of good streaming titles on Hulu compared to Amazon Prime, where you don't have ads, but the titles that you do get for free are not good.
Yeah, I mean, there's like they get like The Amazing Race and Survivor. I think I watched the first season of Survivor on Amazon Prime.
I went
I
to
think
the
me and you watched like the second season of, or like one of the like 20th seasons of Amazing Race.
yeah, I remember that.
Remember that? That was pretty awesome.
Amazing
And then
Race
the
is good.
two
That's the only.
scientist one, and we were like,
Oh yeah. Oh my
that
gosh.
was weird, dude. Like
That was
I'm
a
like,
while
how'd the
ago.
scientist win? But
The Amazing Race is their best title on there, in my opinion. But I
Yes.
went to their kids section once, and it is sad. It is just
it's
nothing.
just weird shows.
It's a
like
few-
it's
it's
like
a few,
shows about like
Disney. It's like preschool type shows, like not like a knockoff Elmo type things.
Pete the Cat, you know?
Yeah, they
like,
got that is so
shout
true.
out to anyone who remembers Pete the Cat and
Hey.
his white shoes and
Oh
his brown
my
shoes
gosh,
and his
bro.
blue shoes.
Pete the Cat, dude, those books were good, but they got like some animated Pete the Cat on there that it's like knockoff Elmo.
Bro, once I heard Pete the Cat's voice, my brain was shook.
I haven't actually
'Cause
watched it. I need
I
it.
just like seen like previews for it, and it's
I want to hear
he's got
his
like
voice.
this deep like voice, and it's I was shooketh.
Did you know they're making an animated Big Nate series? That's kind of like they're doing more. I feel like they're doing a lot of books into and stuff like that. They're doing animated Big Nate on Nickelodeon.
Honestly, I saw that. It's 3D animated, so
I think Nickelodeon's trying to do more 3D animated.
It's too early to judge, but I mean, I can't really name too many good 3D animated shows off the top of my head.
Like, honestly, I can't name any good ones off my head.
I mean, was Sonic Boom 3D?
I guess Sonic Boom was good. I remember that kind of changing Sonic for me. I like Sonic Boom.
Yeah, Sonic Boom is a pretty good show.
It was good. It wasn't anything I was out like trying to watch every episode of, but if an episode was on, I wasn't going to pass it up, you know?
Yeah.
And along with Big Nate, Disney Plus. So Disney Plus had a big conference, or I don't know if more of a conference, more just an announcement the other day. They announced a bunch of new movies, TV shows, just a bunch of things for Disney Plus. For the next upcoming years, like the next 3 or 4 years, and one of them they're doing is a Diary of a Wimpy Kid animated movie. He's going animated, and not in the style you'd think. It's not like the black and.
I'm not against it.
I'm not either, in my opinion. And when I saw the little promo for it, it's not a full trailer. It's him like pushing a snowball down a mountain and he like falls. It's pretty good, but. It's more like...
Have you seen the Vision and Scarlet Witch show?
WandaVision. That's coming out in January, and I don't know how to feel about it. Black and white.
Bro, like, I don't really know, like, what it is. It's like, are they just using, like, Marvel characters? Like, is it going to actually impact the plot of the MCU, or is it just kind of like...
So, apparently, all the new Marvel shows are MCU plot. I think there's, like, 2 that aren't, and they're both animated. But this one, apparently, is going to be big. Loki is going to be big. Falcon and the Winter Soldier...
Yeah.
They also announced a bunch of new Marvel movies on Disney coming to theaters and stuff. Disney announced them. They're doing a new Ant-Man, a Guardians of the Galaxy. They're doing the new Thor. It's like Love and Thunder.
Aren't they gonna do a new Doctor Strange, like the
Yes,
multiverse?
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is another one. Those are the only ones I can remember off the top of my head. Like a few new heroes. Oh, She-Hulk. Just some stuff that's. It's exciting, but a lot of movies are getting pushed back. We're supposed to have Black Widow in May. It's December, and it hasn't come out, so.
I mean, but, like, you don't really want, like, a movie to flop.
Yeah, but I want to see it. That's the problem. Like,
personally, I'm feeling what HBO Max is doing with the Wonder Woman movie.
Yes, let's talk about that. That's so smart of them.
Yes, that is smart. Like, I'll have something else to do on Christmas Day. Like, the new Wonder Woman movie. It looks good.
I remember when
the first Wonder Woman movie was a banger. Dude.
Everyone loved that movie. I just remember when Disney Plus put Mulan on Disney Plus, but you had to pay $30 for it. That's so unappealing. $30.
I thought that was. So, I mean, I remember like first looking at the Disney Plus website, like when it came out last year, and and one of its taglines was like no tiers or anything, like same general price. And then I see Disney Plus Premium Access. And it's like $30 to watch live action Mulan.
And they announced on their big conference they're bumping up the prices of Disney Plus by $1. And a lot of streaming services do that. They bump up a price by $1, then a couple months later they might throw it 50 cents higher, and then over time it just builds up and becomes expensive.
You're like, whoa, I'm paying $60 for Netflix.
I know. See, that's the thing. That I feel like in the future people are going to be paying so much for streaming services, they're just going to cancel cable altogether, if not already. I have some friends, people I know that already just have canceled cable. Like, they don't have cable anymore.
Personally, I'm on board with canceling cable.
Canceling cable is one thing that I'm iffy on. One thing I love that Disney Plus is doing is they're releasing shows, weekly episodes, and I like that. I don't want to show all at once because I'll watch it all in one day and then have nothing to do. And
yeah, that's what I felt like with Stranger Things. Like, it was released. I watched it in a day. I'm like, well, now what do I do?
Exactly. I mean, Netflix, HBO Max, Hulu, they're all releasing them all at once. But I like with at least Disney Plus's original content, they're releasing them week after week, which is, I think, a smart tactic to keep you on the platform. First of all, if someone's subscribing just to watch one show and then they want to leave, like unsubscribe from Disney Plus, well, they have to stay at least for how many weeks is the show?
Or they just wait.
Yeah, I guess you could wait for all of them, but I feel like a true fan wouldn't want to wait.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one thing that I think Disney Plus does well. I remember when Disney Plus first came out, launch titles were crazy, really good. And then I feel like they had a few months of just nothing. They didn't really put out too much.
Mandalorian ended. And then,
Mandalorian
High School
ended.
Musical ended.
High School Musical ended. All their originals ended. They kind of had a drought where it was just they'd throw in a few old titles every now and then, but it's not really much. And then I feel like late this fall, they've kind of brought it back. They got a lot of good movies on there. They got Diver Wimpy Kid, Ice Age, Peanuts.
They got Home Alone now.
Yeah, they got Home Alone. They have all the Marvel movies except the Spider-Mans are on there. They just got Wreck-It Ralph, Breaks the Internet. They just got a bunch of titles at once. All of their Christmas specials came on there. A lot of new shows. Mandalorian Season 2. They've kind of brought it back, and Disney Plus is on a good train right now, which is good, I think.
Personally, the way I feel about Disney Plus is, like, it appeals to all ages, and it, like, gives you... They don't have very much, like, new stuff, but they have, like, all of their stuff from, like, animated from, like, the 60s, 70s, 80s.
And they have so much, too. They own so many things, and they're only getting more. When their announcements, they announced, like, they're doing, like, 5 new Star Wars TV shows. There's Ahsoka, Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's, like, all these new ones, all these new Marvel stuff. All these new properties that aren't even Disney. Like, a new Ice Age movie is going to be a Disney Plus original, I'm pretty sure. Like, there's doing...
Honestly... I don't know about you, but Ice Age Continental Drift was pretty good.
I'm going to be honest here. I've probably seen half of one Ice Age movie in a doctor's office, and that's about it in the Ice Age franchise.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like I walk into a doctor's office.
They're always playing Ice Age.
It's one of 3 things. The Minions.
Oh, yes. Or
Ice
Despicable
Age. Or
Shrek.
Wonder Park.
What's Wonder Park?
It's like this movie about this girl that has, like, an abandoned... like amusement park and with all of her imaginary friends or something.
I can tell already. That is a doctor's office feature film.
It is a doctor's office movie.
So, but I mean, it's they love them some like Universal movies like Despicable Me, Shrek, like Ice Age, all that stuff is always playing. So yeah, that's Disney Plus coming up in the future, and I think that one thing I don't like though is that they announced so much stuff for the next 4 years. I'm like, whoa, this show looks so sick. And then I read it, it's like, coming 2022. Like, I gotta wait that long?
Honestly, I say that they release new things within a year of when they're coming out.
Yeah, they should have announced that. Like, I don't want to know this new Buzz Lightyear origin story movie coming July 2023. Like, I don't want to know that now. I want to know... Like, I like WandaVision's coming out soon. Like, I want to know Loki's coming soon. Like, I want to hear all that stuff. I don't want to hear the 2023, 2022 roster.
Yeah.
So, let's switch topics here, because I thought something pretty interesting earlier. I was watching this video of this guy reviewing Chick-Fil-A chicken nuggets who had never had them before. And it got me thinking, what is the best chicken nugget out there?
Well,
or
honestly,
chicken tender, or just fast food chicken.
Chick-fil-A nuggets, they are very good.
Yes.
But like Burger King nuggets are also pretty good. Like, I don't know if it's just because I ate them in an airport and I was like super hungry and stuff, and I'm like, I'll eat whatever I want, like, or like I'll eat whatever I get, or like if they're genuinely good, but like I don't know, chicken nuggets at the Las Vegas airport.
The only time I think I've had Burger King, I got a burger, so I wouldn't know that chicken nuggets. But I feel like Chick-fil-A does their nuggets well, but their tenders are just not as good as other places. Their tenders are just okay, in my opinion. What do you think?
Honestly, I don't think I've ever really had them, but I can imagine they're just a bigger chicken nugget.
I think they don't try as much on their tender just because they know their chicken nugget's so good, and it's different than the nugget a lot. The tender is. So
honestly, while we're on the topic of Chick-fil-A or Popeyes, dude?
For the sandwich?
Yeah.
So I remember when the sandwich first came out, and it was like super hard to get.
It went crazy.
Like no one could get it.
I remember it selling him out and stuff.
Yeah, and like there's like all this stuff on it, and I remember a month after we waited in line forever, and we finally got it, and I just remember having that chicken sandwich, and it was so good. But I
With the
look,
pickles and the mayo.
yeah, the salt, the lettuce, and I just remember thinking, "Geez, this is so good." But now that I had it another time, and I was like, "Wait, I don't think it's. I mean, it's good, but I feel like it's not as good as the first time." So here's what I'm thinking, right? I think I hyped myself up for it so much the first time that I thought it was the best chicken sandwich out there, and I still think it's really good. But after having it one or two more times, I'm like, I think Chick-fil-A is better. It's
Honestly,
simple to the point.
I'm just like one of those people that like eats Chick-fil-A a lot.
I mean, everyone loves Chick-fil-A.
I mean,
Number one fast food
I'm
in
not
my
gonna
opinion.
pass, like,
It's like the school. I feel like cafeterias do Chick-fil-A most common as well for like a takeout. And
honestly, something that was a little overhyped was the Chick-fil-A Mac and Cheese.
Yes,
I don't
so
see
overhyped.
what the big rage was. I mean, it had a ton of like
the melted stuff
cheese
on top ruins it.
Yeah,
It's gross.
I
on
didn't
top.
like that part at all.
It's just burnt and on top, and everyone. I remember when I first caught it, me and my friend got one to share, and he was like eating all the melted stuff on top, and I was like, that's just not. It was not it. That was not it.
It's not it, Chief.
Can we talk about how the McDonald's chicken nuggets don't taste like any other chicken nugget, yet they're still high up on the list? Like,
or how like all you remember like that it was one single picture of like this is what a McDonald's chicken nugget is, and it looked like light pink putty.
I remember
Just, like,
that was the thing
swirled
for
around.
so
It looked
long.
like froyo.
That was the thing
And
for so long. I
that-
remember.
Honestly, that's why when I'm going to McDonald's, I'm getting a burger and not chicken. Because, I mean, you can eat, like, a little bit of an undercooked burger and be fine. But, like, an undercooked chicken, that's a different story, dude.
So, yeah, I remember, like 5 years ago, probably, like, that pink goo in the chicken nuggets was, like, the big thing. But,
Yeah, and people were, like, it was, like...
I mean, they taste
like,
good.
it's poacher paste and stuff, and it's, like, it's made out of, like, chicken eyes and stuff.
It tastes good is the problem. That's the problem with the chicken nuggets. They taste good, which it shouldn't, but...
It's like...
It doesn't taste like any other chicken nugget there. I personally get the burger because I like it more. I haven't had McDonald's in a minute.
You know, Big Mac can just hit different.
I've only had a Big Mac once, and it was good. So
I don't think the Big Mac is overhyped.
I don't either. I like the sauce on it, which is very similar to In-N-Out sauce.
Yes.
Do you like In-N-Out?
Like In-N-Out, yeah. Like
burgers good, fries need salt. That's all I'm gonna say there. Legit Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The fries are Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I mean, they're not bad with like some ketchup or whatever, but they are bland. They need some flavor. Those burgers hit different. Those In-N-Out burgers,
Bro, because they look just like the picture.
They do. They cook them well. They do it. They do it. And the bun is always like got a nice crunch on the end.
Yeah.
That's something I can respect.
Yo, okay, I don't know if like this is just me, but the KFC Chicken Sandwich isn't that bad.
I've never had KFC. I cannot. I know they had a donut chicken sandwich. I saw that on YouTube. I remember like a year ago.
I actually ate that once.
How was it?
It was pretty good. I ended up taking a few bites and eating the donut separate in the chicken breast. But the donuts were actually pretty good. Imagine like Krispy Kreme, but like more moist and stuff, and like
I can imagine
sugary.
It's somewhat like a chicken and waffle.
Yeah.
Just a little sweeter.
Yep.
I love chicken and waffles.
Yo, honestly, you know Slim Chickens?
Best. It's so good.
Bro, those chicken and waffles, dude.
Best chicken and waffles.
Oh my gosh, when you get that syrup all over the chicken tenders.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if Slim Chickens is everywhere though. I don't know if it's just in certain states or what, but it's so good.
I know it's definitely. I think I've seen it like.
I think I saw it in Oklahoma maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's in a few other states, but I know it's in some.
I know it's definitely a southern thing.
Yeah, I think it's a southern more. Probably in the southern states. It's like Whataburger. Whataburger's Texas only. Everyone knows that, but Whataburger now it's moving other places. Like some other company bought it out and it's moving other places.
Whataburger, the burgers themselves,
they're smashed.
huge.
They're smashed, I think. Like, I feel like my Whataburger, they always, like, punch it or something. Like, they smash.
Oh,
They're big.
the patties are like paper thin, but I mean they're like
The burgers are ginormous, but they're like
7 inches in diameter.
Yeah, they're like a really like a big circle. Like I'm talking like a tortilla. Like this thing's big and yeah. So you know what else is big, Harry? This podcast, because it's gonna get so many plays.
Quesadilla from Chili's.
A cheeseburger? What? Chili's.
You've never? Yeah, I looked up this tier list, like most unhealthy cheeseburgers at fast food chains. That was the number one. It was like 2,000 calories, and it was like 50 grams of. It was like 25% salt. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I don't know if I've had Chili's. I don't think so.
Bro, Chili's, I don't really know like how to describe it. It's definitely quantity over quality.
Speaking
I'm
of
just gonna leave it at that.
Speaking of chili, are you a spicy guy?
Personally, I don't really like spicy Cheetos. Never really been a fan.
I think a spicy Cheeto has a good flavor, but it's way too spicy for me. Like it's not too spicy where I'm like
Cheetos,
gonna die.
For some reason, they're so much softer than normal Cheetos.
I like Cheeto Puffs the best. But speaking of spice, I saw a YouTuber do this thing, and I never heard of it, called the One Chip Challenge, and it's like a chip that's like the hottest chip in the world, and
oh yeah, it's like one chip, but it's dusted with like
it's like red.
flames.
It is red. That chip is red.
No, it is like dark brown.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like I always wonder if I could ever do it, but I'm not a big spicy guy either. Like I
saw this funny video of Little Yachty doing it, and he like threw up and stuff.
Everyone's like, I saw this one guy, and he said after he did it, it was like 3 days of pain. Like I don't think I could ever do that, but the spiciest thing I've ever had is probably this place called Taco Deli, and they've got like 4 levels of salsa, and I had their spiciest one, and geez, that did me dirty. My throat
One time
hurt.
my dad said, hey, I'll give you $20 if you eat this whole jalapeno, and I ate it, but then I tried to wash it down with Dr. Pepper,
Ooh.
and I just gagged. It was so hot.
I lost a board game once, and I had to take a bite out of a jalapeno. I did like half of it. It wasn't a full jalapeno, but it was bad.
What board game?
Machi Koro. It's a good one. It's not. I don't think it's too. I think it's growing big. I've seen it in Barnes and Noble more. Barnes and Noble.
I did see it in a Barnes and Noble.
Let's talk about Barnes and Noble. Who goes there for the books and who goes there for the game section?
Bro, Barnes and Noble.
Or you go for both.
Okay, imagine it's variety. It's like if a GameStop didn't sell games, but they still had the variety like a GameStop has, you know?
Yes, that is exactly what it is.
You
like
got
all
your
their other,
good
it's GameStop but without the games. All the stuff at GameStop that isn't the games is what Barnes and Noble has besides books.
Yeah,
it
like replaces the games with books pretty much.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And there's a Barnes and Noble near me that is 2 stories, and it's awesome. There's a Starbucks in it.
Same.
Like Barnes and I think a lot of them are like that.
I see people lounging around like, I don't know, like one time I walked in and there's just like 6 bros in their pajamas at the Starbucks playing D&D. Like I'm like, hey, I bet they came to Barnes and Noble. We're like, hey, we'll take your Dungeons and Dragons, and they were like all sitting and stuff.
Barnes and Noble.
It just kind of has that nice like chill vibe.
Like you could hang out there for a day.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of stuff to do. There's like a lot of cool items and stuff, and I think it's super. There's everything from board games to toys to books. It's a lot, and I really like. I was gonna go to a meet and greet there once before COVID hit. It got canceled, but the Odd Ones Out, I was gonna go to his meet and greet. So.
Bro, the Odd Ones Out, I feel like.
What happened to him? He fell off.
I mean, remember that time that, like, he said, though, like, that joke on Twitter or something? It's like, I think using, like, quote-unquote S, using sarcasm, isn't dumb. And then he put a quote-unquote S after it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, and everyone was, like, saying that he got, like, canceled or something.
I remember just the Odd Ones Out. I think he's awesome. I loved his videos. I still do, but he's just not been posting consistently, which I do not like. He used to post monthly, if not more than that, and now he's been posting once every 2 months, if we're lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, he has. I love his first board game, Can't Catch Harry, and his books. They're great. actually
Can't
have.
Catch Harry is a fun game.
It's simple and fun. I love
my
that.
mom hates it because she always gets stuck with the lantern.
Ooh.
And
For y'all
and
who
I'm
don't
over
know,
here with
that's
like
the
my 2
auto game.
everyone cards and like the furry cards and so.
And
or
I feel like
something.
a YouTuber doesn't. A good YouTuber has something besides just classic merch, which I feel like he does. He has all these games and books. He has 2 books that are really good, and this board game. He's making a full on like card game that's supposed to be kind of complicated. And
He's got his own app game.
yeah, it's terrible. Okay, let's talk about that. He made a whole video talking about how he doesn't like mobile games, and look what he's doing now. Fall into the world of trying to make some money.
I feel like I mean like microtransactions, like
it's a cash grab. It's a cash grab. The game is.
It's definitely a cash grab.
Which that bothers me so much that he would do that just for the money. Like, he seems like someone who wouldn't, and then he did. But I still respect him. He's funny. He's cool. All right, let's segue out of that and talk about a new topic and the next gen consoles. What the PS5 and the Xbox X, is it the Xbox X or One X? I keep forgetting. Series
X.
The Xbox Series X and the PS5.
Xbox really needs to take like all the X's, Like
I know. They need something new. We've had the One X and they need a new name. I think.
We've had the One X.
They called it. They should have called it like the Xbox 2. We've had the One and the 360.
Yeah, but the Xbox 2 just kind of sounds
Xbox
weird.
2.0. What about that?
2.0.
That's kind of clean. I like that. I don't know, but so everyone's going crazy for the PS5 and Xbox, and everyone. I think PS5 more primarily, but they're both cool. But in my opinion, I think the new Xbox, is underwhelming.
Yes, I mean, I'm an Xbox gamer.
Same.
So,
I love Xbox.
This isn't coming from a PlayStation player's point of view. I genuinely think they copy and pasted the Xbox, like just the user interface and everything, and then just,
yeah, they definitely
like new hardware.
They definitely
no launch titles.
No launch titles. That's the big thing that everyone is very upset about on the new Xbox. There is no new game. There's supposed to be Halo, and it got pushed back.
I mean, there's, I guess you could say Cyberpunk.
But it's not exclusive. There's no exclusive launch titles is the big thing.
Yes.
That is so crazy. Like, PS5 has, I think, like 5 new launch. They've got Sackboy, Spider-Man, what I'm trying to think. God of War. Is that not? I think there's a new one. There's a few more even. Like, there's even one that comes on the PS5. Like, that is
like, isn't it like Astro's Playroom or something?
Yeah, Astro's Playroom. That's what it is. There's so many PS5 launch titles that are actually popular, and that is the problem with Xbox and how they're just not competing with them right now. I mean, both of them are like sold out. You got to be really lucky to find one. Or
yeah, like Halo Infinite. I mean, that's supposed to come out soon.
2021 though, early 2021.
I thought it was supposed to come out this December.
Are you sure? Let me look it up. I don't know. I remember thinking it. I was like, they really didn't put anything immediately with Xbox. You'd think there'd be some big title that catch people. Halo Infinite.
It says December 2020.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be weird.
It's actually rumored to be one of the top selling game, or like one of the most expensive games of all time.
Really? I mean, I know an expensive game would be like Skylanders or like a Disney Infinity. I just remember those for like $150.
No, like really expensive to make.
Oh, expensive to make. Wow. I mean, Halo's cool and all, but I don't know. Is it gonna be different enough from the last Halo and the previous ones to make it worth getting the new Xbox? Is the question.
All right. Well, I'm a really big Halo fan, and personally, Halo's been garbage. The last 2 games have been straight garbage. I'm just gonna come out and say it.
Wow.
Hot trash.
Wow, you're really coming out. You're calling shots at Halo.
Compared to 1, 2, and 3 masterpieces, the other 2 just messed up the storyline. I mean, 3 was supposed to be like ultimate ending, like end all be all. Like, I'm not gonna spoil the story, but like, it was supposed to be the finale of the crossover of like all 3 of the first games, and then like And then like Bungie, they stopped making Halo. So like 343 started making it. And so like
What if they just ended Halo after the third game?
I think that would have worked very well.
I guess that would have. See, I don't know much about Halo. I've played it probably once or twice in my life, but I just remember I played one of the newer ones, and I just thought this feels just like any other shooter game. That's what I thought about Halo.
Yeah, but like.
But I'd also played a new one, so I don't know. But my brother played one of the old ones. I remember Bennett, and he really liked it, and I remember thinking it was pretty cool. But I mean, Xbox definitely has some stuff, but I just feel like even the Xbox One right now, I mean, they have Forza. I'm surprised they didn't
Xbox just has weaker.
Where's the new Forza? That's like one of their big games. Where's that?
Yeah, they have Forza,
Halo,
and Halo. Those are their two big exclusives.
Isn't Crash Bandicoot, is that Xbox? Or is it Banjo-Kazooie? It's Banjo-Kazooie, I think, is Xbox.
Yeah, it's Banjo.
But that's not as big as Halo and Forza are the two big titles, which are not starting on the Xbox yet. Halo's coming. Forza's, I don't know where it is, but that's interesting to me that Xbox would not wait. Because if everyone's getting the PS5, why put out the Xbox? I think they could have waited a year and done it next December when they were more ready. I think that would have been smart. Maybe just released a few good games on Xbox One this year, but then save some really good big ones for the Xbox X, Series X to drop next December.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Plus, with the release
I think that they should have waited. I mean, I feel like it's been overshadowed.
It definitely has.
Or like,
with the release of PS5, no one's really getting the Xbox unless they're like.
I mean, so like it was the Xbox release like 2 days before the PS5. All over YouTube, all about the Xbox. Next day, it's just like 12 a.m. uploads, PS5, everything.
And everyone's trying to get that PS5 for the games on there. And the thing about the Xbox, it's got good graphics and all. But the only people I know who actually want the new Xbox, it's not like they're getting any new games. They just want new graphics, like, which in my opinion is not worth it. I'm not that much into a console where I want it just for the new graphics.
Yeah, I mean, I care so little about graphics. Like,
same, like I want it to be decent, Halo, but
like, I'm don't even like turn it to like the HD graphics. I just keep it at like the original Xbox graphics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's a good topic to end it on. But for anyone listening out there, this has been the Lazy Sunday Podcast, and I hope you have a good day, and remember to stay lazy.